to finish it. Well, I don't think it's going to be completed, but in any event, to kind of make some real serious inroads into a topic that we have been attempting for the last few weeks and really didn't get very far, and that is a look at the Free National Movement, the state of the Free National Movement. In fact, in yesterday's National Review, the headline says, describes it as a party in peril, and it credits the weak leadership under the leadership of Dr. Hubert Minnis as being to blame. And so today we're looking at that. We're looking at Dr. Minnis, we're looking at the Free National Movement, we're looking also at the parliamentary team, really at the entire leadership structure of the party, just to kind of see, number one, is there any merit? Is there any merit to people? You know, it's not just this National Review opinion, it's also an opinion that is somewhat widespread as well, that the Free National Movement could be doing more, could be more vocal, could have more teeth in the issues that it goes after. People feel as though it's lackluster, the leadership is lackluster, the leader lacks luster. And so we're just kind of looking at that and examining it and seeing if there's any truth or any merit to many of the criticism that is being levied at the Free National Movement. And so today we continue our discussion. I'll get to some, Kermit, I'll get to some text messages first, maybe one or two. And then maybe I'll take a call and take the calls that are coming in. But we officially open the phone lines at 5:30. So here quickly is the text messages coming in. Several of them, so I'm gonna get to perhaps three. Is Mr. Moss serious? I would appreciate an example of how strong a leader he is. Mr. McCartney could not even keep most of his original candidates together. McCartney speaks well, like Christie, but truly lacks substance. Here's another text. So the DNA is running to be the opposition? I think Shelley Moss made it clear what DNA's objective is to do, and that is keep the PLP in power. The DNA, another text, the DNA is not going to win the election because they do not have viable candidates. They are too silent. They do not have viable candidates. They are too silent. The need to hit the ground running now, 2 years away. Another text to Lincoln. There are 100 lessons in defeat, but only one lesson in victory. Another text. None of your guests seem to understand that our system is broken. No individual leader, Christie, Minnis, or McCartney, can do it. We need a party willing to change the structure. We're going to get back to several more of your text messages, but if we can, thank you so much, Kermit. We're going to continue. We will open the phone lines at 5:30. We're just going to continue reading some of your text messages as they come in for the time being. But let's just get back to the discussion at hand. Of course, the discussion is what's happening in the Free National Movement, the state of the Free National Movement. Are they ready to govern? You don't have to respond to that right now. We'll get to DNA. The state, are they ready to govern were election to be called next month, at the end of the year? Many people feel no. Many people say, listen, give Minnis a chance. We ain't seen that yet. But people say, well, just look at the way he's leading the Free National Movement. Translate that to the country. We don't feel he's ready. Guys, so listen, let's pick up. Everybody had their chance to answer is the FNM in peril question. Lincoln, you wanted to know about the opportunities missed. I truly can't pinpoint any, but that is the general sentiment, that many senior Free National Movement people, many financial backers, feel as though, listen, the Free National Movement is letting too much slide, whether they be small issues, big issues that turn into bigger issues. They feel as though, for example, when it comes to, say, insisting that Alfred Gray, for example, is not made to be heard until he is made to resign or fired, that the Free National Movement just sort of, even if they bring something to the table and shed some lights on that, then what they do, they back away and sit back down. There's no follow through, it's no doggedness and making their presence and their voices really heard, that guess what, we are insisting on this thing that it happens and we're not backing away from it.
Actually, in actuality, that is not true. The FNM has said that Alfred Gray will not speak again in the House of Assembly as a cabinet minister, and he has not been allowed to speak since then. He's not tried, but he will not be allowed to speak while he is a cabinet minister in that House of Assembly. Mm-hmm. And I can guarantee you, just like the FNM stood together and made sure he didn't speak, they will stand together again. You're not noticing. Listen, first of all, every week there's another scandal with this PLP. It is more challenging of a job to deal with opposing this PLP than it is with governing a country. That is how many scandals these people have every week. And every week, the FNM is in the papers, not just Hubert Minnis, because it's not just the leader's job to respond to every issue. You have old FNMs. And when I say old, I say that respectfully. Other FNMs that were there in the last administration. You have Fenton coming up and making statements. They find a relevant person who is relevant to speak, and that person has been speaking on every single issue. Where these people are saying that the FNM is not speaking on issues, that is not true. Just go back and look at your guardians. You will see Dion folks will speak on something if it's relevant to him. You will see Peter Turncrest will speak on something. The chairman has been speaking on things. Every single soul. Loretta Butler Turner has been speaking on things. Richard Lightburn. His health was not doing well. He was speaking. Chipman was speaking. He's an accountant. He was speaking on certain things. So these people saying that the FNM is not dealing with these issues, that is not true. They are speaking and speaking well on these issues, and all hands are on deck, including Loretta Butler Turner's hand is on deck.
Well, Lincoln, why is this narrative continuing to persist? That number one, the FNM is missing a number of opportunities. This ain't just from people. This ain't from pundits.
But you ask them to give facts. Ask them to say the opportunity they cannot.
This is from Frank Watson.